Okay, let's talk about the material in hair system. If you open the material and assign a hair to your object, if you double click in the material, it brings material editor or hair. As you can see, we have a different setting of the material of the hair. Okay, for better understanding that, I activate interactive render region to better see that. First is the color, and we have several tabs here that I explain it. First, color. A color here, it's define the hair, color of the hair along the root to the tip. For example, you can assign a specific color that you can see. Hue, you can change the color, saturation, how saturated is this, and the color. You can see it's defined the red to the, for example, another opposite color of the red is green. You can see with this gradient, it's going this end. You can load preset, or you can click on anywhere in gradient, or you can open the gradient setting that I explained it before in basic tutorial about the Cinema 4D, and you can define another color in between them. You can control brightness of them. How bright do you want to this hair be? This is a shadow effect of this color, this sphere on this hair that I want to explain in a surface. You can assign texture and blend with this texture. Don't forget, with the color, this texture going along the length of the hair. If you want to create a pattern on texture, you have to select a root or simple surface. If you assign color, for example, a noise, in this case, you can see noise override the color of this. This noise are assigning along the hair, not at the surface of that, from root to the tip. You can colorize this node. I explained all of them before. It's very easy, and you can blend it. You can average it. It's a blend mode like a Photoshop, okay? You can blend anything that you want. All of this blend mode, you can test them. For example, add it or multiply it. Easy. So you can combine any of these textures here, or you can load the image, you can create texture, all these shaders that you want. So in this case, I'll clear that. Where here is means variation. Variation is in hue. You can see you can give a different color of the hue, or you can variation saturation. Some color are more saturated, some color not. And you can change the value. It's very simple. If you double click one of them, you can see this is hue. It means in a hue means you can define several color, saturation, how sature or not sature, more define or just. And from the value, you can control darkness of your color. It's color picker, you can see it. You can give variation to them. If you want to give a pattern, to your object, it means from this, just deactivate the light in this case to better define, yeah. And the variation here, nice. If you want to give a texture to your root, you can give it. It's you can see the texture from above. From texture, I can load an image from my PC. Okay, such a this image. You can see I load such a this image, and this image, in this case, in a root, in a root, it gives the color at the root, and you can define the color at the top. It gives the color root in a root. For example, in this part, we have this color. In this part, we have this color. You can see this. If you want to assign your pattern color on top of the hair, you can. And you can see if you give a texture to the root, it override the color. And again, you can blend it, this texture, to the root color. Interesting. But if you don't want, you can make it normal and it's override there. And you can combine a mix power. So if you want to do, you can. In a color, we give a color align the hair. In a root, you can project your color, for example, the top of your hair in a root. Again, the tip of this is the root, bottom of the hair, and this is the tip. If you need, you can deactivate the as root. It means the tip of the hair receive the exact texture of the root. But if you untick that, you can load another image. Nice. And you can see we have this color at the root and this color at the tip of this projection of color texture at the tip of the hair. So you can activate or deactivate, or you can combine it again too. So it gives the color to the tip of your hair, the top surface of that. Tint is, it gives the overall color to that. For example, for better seeing the tint, it's better to give a simple color shader to that. You can see it gives the, for example, this color, this sign color. You can see it gives the overall color to your scene, to your hair. And it tells you how much of this hair do you want to randomly create this color, 10% or more. You can see it gives more hair to this color. It's a tint, or you can again blend it with main color. So tint gives the overall color to your hair. Another interesting thing is the surface. If you want your hair, for example, if I deactivate the hair, you can see I give that texture to my object. And if you want to, the hair picks the color of your texture, just simply activate. You don't need to give a texture here, just activate surface and then activate the hair, and you can see like a root, it's picked the texture of your object and colorize your hair. This method is better. And you can, if it's render the color, it's render illumination and the shadow. But this particular things is better for rendering a fur. And the casting shadow. If I activate the light, you can see I have a double shadow here. What does it mean? If you activate shadow, imagine from here, imagine we don't have hair, and the shadow is creating a dark area in a texture of your object. And this setting tells, okay, pick this dark area that created by shadow and color on my hair. If you don't want that, you can deactivate the shadow. It means do not calculate that dark area because of the shadow on my plane and does not pick that color, just simple shadow on object. Or if you want, you can deactivate illumination and brighter area. Illumination means the illumination effect on the object creates a different shadow, different brightness, and I don't want to affect that particular effects like illumination and shadow on my object. Just I want to pick the color of my object texture and define the hair color with that. And you can blend it. Okay. If you don't want, you can deactivate it. So you learn different method that you can colorize your hair, and it's very simple and easy and powerful. Please don't forget to visit our TutorialCells apps channel. In this channel, we are introducing Android application and learn how to use them.